Hello everyone, as promised in this second episode on distressed investment in France, I will talk today about court-approved investments and focus on the sale plan de cession in French, and its variation, the pré-pack sale, pré-pack cession. So, what is a French court-approved sale plan? A sale plan is sale of business under court supervision. It consists in the acquisition of the business activities, that means all or part of the assets, and the transfer of the key employees, so transfer of the know-how. It is similar to a standard asset deal in a solvent company, although there are of course special rules that apply. This means that there won't be any transfer of shares of the distressed company. Once a sale plan is adopted by the court, the distressed company will be liquidated and the buyer will transfer the business activities into a new company or to any existing company controlled or related to the buyer. When a sale plan may be implemented, it is mostly during a redressement judiciaire if no restructuring plan can be implemented, or in rare cases in liquidation judiciaire, only if the court has authorized the continuation of the business activity. That supposes that the company should have enough money to continue its activity until the court approves the sale plan. How does the sale plan work? First, the administrateur judiciaire is legally required to publish a call for tenders to invite potential investors to apply within a limited period. Then the potential buyer should complete a due diligence limited to the scope of acquisition and based on the information made available by the judicial administrator. This is mostly accounting data, information about the assets and on the employees. Then, subject to satisfactory due diligences, the potential buyer will be required to submit to the administrateur judiciaire takeover bids in writing. The offer should provide a number of details, including business plan and forecast of the prospective buyer, the scope of acquisition, list of the employees which transfer is considered, and of course, the price offered. It is important to note that in theory, the potential buyers can't be the legal representative of the insolvent company or any related parties. Actually, under French insolvency law, only third parties are allowed to make binding offers unless the court gives explicit permission. This is meant to prevent opportunistic buybacks and abusive or takeover-driven insiders. The prospective buyers are then invited to a hearing before the court to present the offer. The court will examine the offers and select the one that is best suited to preserving job, ensuring business continuity. That's why the potential buyer business forecast is so important. To repaying the creditors through the distribution of the sale price, and finally providing the widest possible guarantees. I'd like to insist on the fact that the court will not limit its assessment to the purchase price alone and may actually reject the highest financial offer or even all the offers if they fail to ensure business continuity. After the hearing, the court will select the best offer and approve the sale plan. The transfer of the assets and the employees will then take place on the date agreed in the offer. It is usually the day after the plan is approved. So, what are the advantages of investing through a sale plan? First of all, the process is much faster. It usually takes less than 3 months from the call for tenders. Then, the transfer of the key contracts, such as commercial leases or supply agreements, is also facilitated since the approval of the other contracting parties is not required. Third, the purchase price is typically lower in out-of-court acquisition and often below the market value. Another big plus is that the assets are transfer free and clear of previous liabilities, although there are some exceptions. The assets are also cherry-picked, meaning that the buyer doesn't have to take over everything and can choose which asset to be transferred. In the same way, the bidder should not be obliged to take over all the employees and may choose to transfer only those whose roles are necessary for the development of its business plan. Last but not least, the buyer benefits from taking over a valuable industrial and technological know-how, An existing business having already established its reputation builds up a strong customer base and commercial partnerships. This also includes R&D work, which can be costly, especially in industries such as energy, aeronautics, and healthcare. The buyer can then quickly create new synergies with its own activities and, for example, economy of scale, and it can do so at a reduced cost. A few words now about the pré-pack sale, pré-pack in French. This mechanism, inspired by the UK pré-pack administration, was introduced in France in 2014. It consists in preparing a plan de cession in the context of preventive proceedings and then implements it during a subsequent collective proceeding. Usually it is redressement judiciaire. The main advantages of using the pré-pack sale is that it is prepared in a confidential setting. So this helps ensure business continuity and allows operation to carry out without interruption. It also preserves relationship with customers and suppliers who are often scared away by insolvency. And finally, it helps retain key employees on board who might otherwise lose motivation during such proceedings. Thank you very much for your attention, and do not hesitate to contact our team if you need anything, any support, and you have any question with your investments.